What's up, guys? For today's watch review, we're going to be talking about the Casio DW291. I might be wrong, but I believe that this is a brand new model out on Casio's youth catalog. And I very rarely ever see a brand new watch that I haven't seen before from Casio, so I was very excited to see this watch. But before we get into the review, let's do a quick wrist check. I am currently rocking another Casio. This is the G-Shock MTG Tech M900, an absolutely fantastic watch. This is my go-to whenever, I've got so many watches, and if I just don't know which one to pick, I go with this one. If you don't want to look at the review, just here's a quick review. Buy it. It's fantastic. Alright, going back to the Casio, first talking point is the 360 and dimensions. Dimensions I will just have on the screen for you, but here's the front, the side, and the case back there is nothing crazy going on there. I really would like to see Casio start to have some kind of design back there like they do with the G-Shocks, but at the price you can't complain at all. Which leads us to our next talking point, which is price. On Amazon you're looking at a retail price of $35. I paid out the door after taxes $38, so absolutely fantastic, very budget friendly. Next talking point is functions. So in your main screen here, you've got a digital display of an analog watch face, which is very common in other Casio watches. Your calendar, and then your main time, and then here you have 4 pre-programmed time zones that you can quickly cycle through. And then on top of that, here's your mode button right here, and then you've got world time, so you can just cycle through whichever time zone you want to look at. Alarm, timer, stopwatch, and then back to your main time menu or screen. Next talking point is illumination. So let me go ahead and turn off the lights for you real quick. Before I do, let me just set that right there for you. So illumination for this one is fantastic. It is very reminiscent of the AE series, but it does so even better. No complaints with illumination. Our next talking point is visibility. So as you can see, visibility is fantastic. You don't have to worry about a bad negative display. Any time of day, any angle, you will have no issues looking at the time. Alright, next talking point, let me just pull out my cheat sheet here, is button and crown placement. Not the best. The buttons are very pronounced, however, they are also very sturdy. So it's a solid depression of the button. So even with your wrist flexion, it's not going to get in the way. I just worked out with it today, and it didn't get in the way at all. But if you know me, I prefer the buttons to be a little bit more protected than this. But other than that, really no complaints. They're easy to get to, and they're easy to press. Next talking point is band quality and comfort. So no complaints there either. You're dealing with your standard Casio style band, and I think the only complaint that I have is that the clasp here is plastic, and we'll get into that later and why that bothers me. But other than that, it is a comfortable band. No complaints there either. Alright, last talking point is my overall thoughts and should you buy. My overall thoughts are, I love this watch. Just like with most other Casio digital watches, it's simple, it's clean, it's cheap, reliable. There's nothing more you can really ask for from an everyday watch. Also, you might not be able to tell, but this whole case is extremely solid. I almost want to say it's metal. It might not be. You might need to fact check me on that, but that just goes to show how solid this whole thing feels. which is why it bothers me that the clasp here is plastic. I would have very much preferred some kind of just metal clasps, because it really would tie this whole thing together. And it's funny because it's such a small piece of the watch, and yet on most watches it's this part that can really make or break it. But at less than $40, no complaints there. You're not looking for a watch that's going to wow the crowds. But that being said, this is a great addition to the Casio catalog. I highly recommend it. If you're a collector, I say get it, and if you're just looking for a watch for everyday purposes, you really can't go wrong with this one. So yep, good job, Casio. I'm excited to get different versions of this watch, and I'll probably do another review once a new coloration comes in. But other than that, I hope this video helps you with your next watch purchase. Thank you for watching, and tune in for my next review. Alright, bye.